Mark H. claims to have been abducted by extraterrestrial beings. He vividly recalls waking up one night completely paralyzed except for his eyes and witnessing flashing lights, buzzing sounds, levitation, and electric tingling sensations. The most frightening part of the experience was seeing non-human figures by his bedside, which he believes were aliens. In an attempt to remember the details of his encounter, Mark underwent hypnosis. During the session, he recollected being taken through an open window to a large spaceship, where he was examined by the aliens. He also claims to have had sexual intercourse with one of them. Despite the terror he experienced, some researchers at Harvard University conducted an experiment to determine if memories of alien abductions could elicit the same physiological responses as other traumatic events, such as combat or car accidents. The validity of Mark's claims remains uncertain. Richard McNally, a professor of psychology, and his colleagues enlisted 6 women and 4 men who claimed to have been taken away by extraterrestrials, some of them multiple times. During hypnosis sessions, 7 out of the 10 participants reported having their sperm or eggs extracted for breeding purposes or engaging in direct sexual contact with the space aliens. Each of these individuals was interviewed by either McNally or Susan Clancy, who is also a professor of psychology. Additionally, each participant wrote a script detailing their abduction experience. The research team then created audio tapes, narrated in a neutral voice based on these scripts. The abductees listened to these tapes in the laboratory of Scott Orr at the Veterans Affairs Medical Center in Manchester, New Hampshire. Throughout the playback, the researchers measured their emotional responses by monitoring indicators such as heart rate and sweat on the palms of their hands. The same procedure was conducted with 8 individuals who had been haunted by traumatic experiences unrelated to alien abductions. When comparing the 2 sets of measurements, the findings were remarkable. The abductees exhibited surprisingly intense physiological reactions to the tapes depicting their encounters with aliens. Their responses were equal to or even greater than those of individuals who struggle with memories of combat, sexual abuse, and other distressing events. On February 16th, McNally presented his findings at a conference held by the American Association for the Advancement of Science in Denver. He emphasized the significance of emotional belief, stating that individuals who genuinely believe they have been abducted by aliens exhibit emotional and physiological responses that are remarkably similar to those of individuals who have experienced genuine trauma, such as combat. McNally and his colleagues did not entertain the possibility of actual alien abductions, instead attributing these experiences to a phenomenon they refer to as dreaming with your eyes wide open. This phenomenon occurs when individuals awaken from a dream and experience full-body paralysis, which prevents them from acting out their dreams. As a result, they may experience hallucinations, such as seeing flashing lights or living things lurking around their bed. The researchers emphasize that sleep paralysis is a common occurrence and should not be seen as a sign of mental illness, just like a hiccup. However, when individuals experience both hallucinations and paralysis simultaneously, it can be quite frightening for them, leading them to search for meaning in these experiences. Some people choose to consult psychiatrists or psychologists who use hypnosis to help them recover supposedly repressed memories that may be connected to these strange events. During these sessions, individuals may recall false memories of being taken aboard spacecraft and being subjected to medical and sexual experiments. Psychological interviews and tests conducted on these individuals do not provide much evidence of mental illness, but they do reveal a vivid imagination. When listening to music or watching movies, they often imagine themselves in different places or as part of the movie's storyline. According to McNally, the typical person who claims to have been abducted has a long-standing interest in New Age practices and beliefs, such as reincarnation, astral projection, mental telepathy, alternative healing practices, energy therapies, and astrology. Based on their findings, McNally and his colleagues conclude that a combination of pre-existing New Age beliefs episodes of sleep paralysis accompanied by hallucinations, and the recovery of memories through hypnosis may contribute to the development of beliefs and memories of being abducted by extraterrestrial beings. Different cultures and historical periods have given rise to various interpretations of combinations such as ghosts, hags, and incubi, as McNally highlights. It is important to note that not everyone who has had a frightening experience associates it with being abducted by aliens. Upon waking from a dream, a hallucination can be seen as a visitation from a ghost or even Satan. In Newfoundland, there are accounts of encounters with the old hag, a witch who joins individuals in their beds. Centuries ago in Europe, people feared the incubus, a malevolent spirit that rests upon sleeping individuals, or the succubus, a demon that takes on a female form and engages in sexual activities with men while they sleep. Those who claim to have been abducted by extraterrestrials often exhibit emotional reactions similar to individuals with genuine memories of combat, abuse, or near-death experiences. Interestingly, many of these abductees express gratitude for their contact with extraterrestrial beings. Some even believe that they were chosen to participate in hybrid breeding programs. Ultimately, most of them interpret their experiences as having a profound spiritual impact, as McNally explains.